It's time to move to the second and critical area that we want to talk about today in our optimal fitness, and that is cardio. Now, when you think about cardio, you think about your cardiovascular system, right? Getting your heart going, getting your blood flowing. And I really, really love to make sure that I, actually do that, because I thought that cardio was just, good to keep your breathing good and, your heart and things like that. But then I found out that it actually impacts everything: your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your sleeping patterns. Like, cardio helps so many things. And so one of the things that I really, really love the most for cardio is basketball. I've always loved basketball. It's, always been my favorite sport. Spent so much time learning the game. And so even though as years pass by, I've always kept a relationship with basketball. I still try to play every week. And then I have a basketball court at my home, and I try to always make sure that not too much time goes by that I can come out and I can shoot. And I love it because I can just step away from everything, and it gets my heart going, because you use your legs, you use your arms, you have to focus, you use your core. And if you're doing it and you're kind of keeping a certain rhythm, you can really get that heart rate up. And so I love it. I just love it. And watching the ball go through the net, watching, seeing if I can improve my score and all of that, it kind of makes it fun to really work out. And one thing I found out is that working out is always easier if you find a way to make it fun, make it a game. If you have a partner you work out with, or you're trying to improve something you did before, or you set a goal, or you tie it to a sport that you really care about. And so that's something I've been able to do. So when I think about basketball, it has to be my favorite, but it is not the only way that I like to actually have some really good cardio. Now, I also like to get on my stationary bike. So I have a NordicTrack bike. I get on this stationary bike, and what I love about it is, you're able to go. It's one of the best bikes that I feel is out there to go visit other places while you ride. And what I love is I can get on this bike, and I love going to Hawaii, and I can go to Hawaii every week, right? By hopping on my bike, I'm able to do a trail. I'm in Hawaii. And not only that, but it actually will move. The bike moves up and down based on the terrain that you're really on. So they actually had someone go out with maybe a GoPro camera or something, and you're actually going with them. And then if the hill goes up, the bike goes up. The hill goes down, the bike goes down. But the really critical thing about this, it really helps me get my heart rate up. And for all the knee injuries playing ball down through the years, it's a way of exercising and strengthening my muscles with the cardio while not putting pressure on my joints. So I love it. Now, I also have a recumbent bike, and sometimes I don't want that high stance sitting on the bike where you have to bend your lower back and all that. Sometimes I just want to sit, take a little pressure off my back, and just be on the recumbent bike. And it's the same, type of brand. I can go all over the world with my NordicTrack. Now, having said that, speaking of NordicTrack, and I'm not endorsing NordicTrack here, it's just what I really like to use and what I've used, but I have my treadmill, same way, is I'm able to hop on the treadmill and I can go wherever I want. And I can take a brisk walk, and just really kind of look outside out of the window that I have and just clear my mind. Sometimes I like to listen to audiobooks. I listen to podcasts. I get caught up on something I needed to hear. Sometimes I listen to the Bible and just listen to scriptures, and I just walk and walk. So these are all wonderful cardio things. Now, one of the ones, though, I have to give a special shout out and mention to is boxing, because this allows me to not only get my cardio up, I can actually get some tension and some stress out. So like, whatever's bothering me, whether it's like a project or an issue or just whatever, I can punch it, and I can just act like it's that thing and just let it go, right? Just let the fist fly without hurting nobody, but it just feels good to kind of let it out. So every time I'm going in the bag and I'm punching, and I'm really trying to focus in on my form, like punching correctly, punching from my hip, twisting my body, thinking about the form where the power really comes from your legs and the swivel of your hip, and just kind of getting that rhythm, and also trying to keep hand speed. All of this contributes to having a great cardio workout, right? And so I love that. And so these are some of the ways that I have found that really gives me an excellent cardio workout. And now it's time to go to number 3, and I'm gonna tell you about something else that some people overlook, but if you do, injury will be waiting at the door.